Welcome back, employees. It is time to get some radon. Radon is very useful. It's used for some circuits later on. It's used to make quantum stars, which I need later on, and it's used to make quantum eyes, which I need kind of right now. These are used to make the EV sensor and emitter, and also the draconic core, which is what I need for progression. And after a bit of investigation, it seems like getting tungsten is actually going to be extremely difficult without access to the end, which is gated behind the draconic core. There is also a radon chicken, and it might be worth getting, but it's a little more involved than I thought it would be. So there are two difficult parts here. First of all, I need to get one tiny pile of plutonium-239. That was going to happen anyway because I need this regardless. This is obtained with a 2% chance from centrifuging uranium-238. I don't have uranium-238 either, but this is going to come from uranium ore, which is going to come from starlight transmutation of thorium ore, which finally comes from Mark of the Falling Tower, which, by the way, I've discovered is not that powerful in this mod pack. There are only 2 possible meteors you can summon, and they don't cover all possible ores. So this is very much just a way to gate things. It's not a one-stop shop for all your ores, which is good to know. That's how it is in GTNH, and I kind of assumed it would be the same here, but it's not. So I may not be using this ritual that much, but I still need it to get my initial thorium so I can get the plutonium-239. This is going to be my main focus of today, and if there's time left over, I'm also going to try and get these nebulous hearts. I can get these from pristine Enderman matter, or apparently I can kill Enderman for it, but I don't think I have any, and I've killed quite a few Endermen. There is this crafting recipe though, that uses the alchemical matter infuser. This is a Thaumcraft multi-block, which is pretty cool. Well, it's a custom multi-block, but it's a Thaumcraft themed multi-block, which is actually kind of cool. Everything here seems to be stuff I can make pretty easily, and I could have made it a while ago actually, and it even looks pretty cool. I like how this looks. So to make this, I need 2 things that are mildly difficult to get. Not very, just a little bit. The pristine thermal elemental matter. This is easy to get in theory, except I need to get a thermal elemental data model, and I need to train it up to basic. So I gotta find some blitzes, some basalts, or some blizzes. And I have no clue where these spawn. The other thing I need for the controller is a blazing core, which only spawns in Nether Fortress loot chests. So I need to go exploring. Shouldn't be too bad now that I have flight with the advanced nano chestplate, but it's a little bit of exploration effort, which is fine. But I'm gonna start with the Mark of the Falling Tower. To do this, I need to make some imbued slates, and I need to make a ritual diviner. The imbued slates are pretty straightforward. Just continue soaking the slates in blood. Eventually it'll become imbued, that's fine. And the ritual diviner is this cute little recipe that uses a bunch of different types of V crystals, as well as some living wood and mana diamonds, and some blank slates. It combines all 3 of the major magic mods, pretty cool. Well, minus astral. Oh wait, it's in a starlight crafting altar, so yeah, this combines all 4 magic mods. Roots getting left behind. Oh well. This room looks like shit, dude. I gotta clean this place up. Anyway, I need a lava crystal. This is pretty easy to make though. I need this to make the weak activation crystal. I also need to make a master ritual stone, which needs at least a tier 3 blood orb, I think. I think that's... which one is that? The magician blood orb, I think? Yeah, master is tier 4. So I need a block of ardite. I don't know if I have any ardite, actually. If I don't, it just spawns in the nether, so should be easy to get. Yeah, I don't think I have any because this quest isn't done. That's fine. I may as well combine this nether trip with the nether fortress exploration that I talked about before. And I need to get some kinds of nether blocks back so I can decorate this room, because this is unacceptable. Took a little bit of flying around, but here is some ardite, cobalt, sulfur. I'm also being accosted by this blaze way in the distance. This is an insane aggro range. Oh well. Now, while this is going, I am gonna go search another fortress. Pretty sure I saw one pretty close by. Surely I find my loot in the first chest, right? Damn it. Hey, found one. This is actually not in a fortress. It was in one of these obsidian spike thingies. So underneath this glowstone, there's actually a spawner. And underneath the spawner is a chest. So I have my first blazing core. I'm probably just gonna fly around and try to get another 1 or 2, just for the sake of it. Also, it gives my miners time to dig up more ardite, which would be kind of nice. Perhaps this one will bless me. Nice. While the ardite processes over here, I actually got 2 ardite ingots from a quest reward. And I am going to immediately spend them on an exchanging gadget, and I'm going to start decorating the blood magic altar, because the way it is right now, this is not okay. This is just not okay. I also need to start upgrading the structure, so I'm going to make a bunch of blank runes and just upgrade the structure. Maybe if I can afford it, I'll even upgrade it to the max level kind of preemptively. That'll also give me a better idea of how much space I need for this, so I can decorate appropriately. That would be kind of nice. Anyway, that's a side project. The main reason I'm here is, of course, to make the Magician Blood Orb to make the Master Ritual Stone. Probably going to have to make other Ritual Stones as well for the Mark of the Falling Tower. That makes sense. So I'll do that. Actually, now that I think about it, the Mark of the Falling Tower needs an Awakened Activation Crystal. So this actually needs some more stuff. Nothing too crazy. The most expensive thing here is probably just the Nether Star. I don't know if I have any extra. If I don't, I think I really need to make like a Wither Killer in a box. And I'm just going to look up how to do that, because I don't really enjoy like the jank vanilla Minecraft style automations usually. So we'll see. It also says here in the quest book that I need a Master Blood Orb, because I'm going to need 500,000 LP in my network. That is a lot. Master Blood Orb is pretty chill to make though. It's just a weak blood shard in a tier 4 altar. Very, very simple. Hey, I think I have found a bug, because this recipe is not working as expected. So the recipe says 60 millibuckets of oxygen and 1 ardite dust for 1 ardite ingot, right? Check this out. I'm going to pause this machine with the soft mallet. I've requested 2 ardite, so there's 120 oxygen gas and 2 ardite dust, and if I turn this on, it does not use the correct amount of oxygen as listed in NEI. It uses 98. I didn't even know it was possible for NEI to just be wrong. That's kind of crazy. Okay, well, I need to manually encode this to 98 then. Okay, I just tried crafting the Magician Blood Orb, and it's a little problematic. This altar does not have the capacity and the throughput that I need to be able to do this, because I put the block of ardite in, it emptied the altar as expected, and it requires more blood than can be stored at one time, which means I need to put blood in as I'm crafting, and I don't think I can put it in fast enough. So that's a bit of a problem. I'm pretty sure runes of capacity are kind of the solution here, but I need to make a runic altar from Botania. And that needs glitch-infused ingots, and this is turning into a whole mess. Oh man. You know what? Let me look up some blood magic information. There might be a way to get around this. Okay, looks like there's not really any solution. I thought I could make more efficiency runes, but they actually don't have a crafting recipe. The only way to get them is from a quest, and this is all I'm ever going to get. Which means it's time for a detour into trying to get some glitch-infused ingots. This is something I've never done before. I have no idea what a trial is, but I guess I'll find out. I need to make a trial key, which looks pretty cheap, and a trial keystone, which also looks pretty cheap. After that, I think I get in some kind of fight, and I get a corrupted glitch heart, which I can turn into unstable glitch fragments, which turn into glitch-infused ingots. And this is what I need. It does also need an EV forming press, so that's something I need to make. And some self-aware data models. I'm also going to use this as an excuse to go get my my thermal elemental data model and get this going, and also, level it up. I'm pretty sure I can find blizzes in this biome, the glacier spikes or the glaciers, so I'm going to do that. Oh man, this is one hell of a rabbit hole. Okay, after a lot of searching, I found absolutely 0 blizzes, blitzes, or basalts. And after some investigation, it turns out that they tend to spawn in dungeons. So I found this dungeon. It's kind of far from home, not too far. There's a dungeon entrance right here, and I'm gonna go down, and hopefully there's stuff down here. Okay, cool. That's fine. I'm not interested in the trolls. I'm just here for the basalts. I don't want these either. Luckily, they don't hurt that much. Ooh, I'll take that. Looking at the map here, I don't really see blitzes or basalts, so, well, I'm gonna explore a bit more and see if I get lucky, but it's not looking good. At least there's, ooh, nice. Perfect. This is a blizz spawner. Perfect. All right, very nice. Got this done. This is going straight into a simulation chamber, and I'm gonna have it running until I get my pristine matter. It would probably be smart of me to make a few more simulation chambers and hook them all up, just so I can have everything, you know, like starting to generate materials. That's probably a good idea. Oh, I need to level up this gas data model too. Later. I think I'll make the simulation chambers though. I'm gonna need like a simulation chamber. I don't know where to put that. I think that should go in the same place as all my chickens. So that might just need to be its own facility. Maybe a new branch over here, or maybe something underground under the main tower, quote unquote. I don't know. I'll think about it. I'm also gonna have to level up one of these things to self-aware, and I'll probably do wither skeletons because it looks like I'm gonna need more nether stars soon. I only have one left, and I'm about to use it on something. I forgot what. Oh yeah, this thing, Awakened Activation Crystal. So there's quite a few things I'm trying to juggle right now, and honestly, I'm getting a bit confused. So I'm just gonna lock into one thing at a time, starting with the Master Ritual Stone. Oh yeah, this is the whole Britannia thing. Okay, let's get that done. Okay, like I know I said I'm gonna lock into one thing at a time, but that's just not how this works, because I need to wait for this thing to level up, the Wither Skeleton data model, and it's a whole 200 iterations away. So that's gonna be a little while. In the meantime, let's make that Awakened Activation Crystal. And also, let's make the Alchemical Matter Infuser. Alright, this is an inherently unstable ritual because it needs 5 inputs. We'll see how this goes. Cool. As for the Alchemical Matter Infuser, I need a few new essentials, and one of them is, I thought, a little problematic, but it's actually not so bad. So first of all, I need Machina, which I can get from buttons, just pure, clean. And I need Draco, which it seemed like I'd have to kill a dragon from Ice and Fire to get this done, but I actually don't. There are these armors here. I made the Iron Dragon Armor neck. This is just 5 blocks of iron, so it's a bit expensive in terms of iron, but iron's pretty cheap. And this has 10 Draco in it. So I need to make a couple more, and then Draco should be done, and then I can get this done as well. This does need specifically orange Nitor, which is kind of funny, but yeah. I forgot that there's a tier between advanced and self-aware. They're superior. It's another 900 iterations before self-aware. Okay, that's good. Very good. Very fun. Perfect. Hello, it's time for yet another rabbit hole. I thought I just had Amber. I thought I was chilling, but actually I don't. And there's a couple of things I want to say about this. First of all, there's a quest here for Amber that says it's created with resin and any quartz seed in an autoclave. That is not true. No such recipe exists, at least not on HEI, but I've also learned today that HEI might be lying to me, so I don't know. But I don't think this exists in an autoclave. Secondly, there are 2 ways to actually get Amber. One is this recipe in the Infernal Kiln, and the other is making it through the Astral Sorcery Containment Chalice interaction. Both of these are a rabbit hole, because if I do it the Infernal Kiln way, I first have to go to the moon to mine some amber-bearing stone, and then I need to make an Infernal Kiln. This is actually not too bad. Most of this is basically already done. I don't know how to get this dark fire, but there's a quest for this, so that'll probably tell me. This is probably the route I'm going to go, because the Infernal Kiln seems to have a few other uses that are kind of nice here and there. But the Chalice interaction is more interesting, but it's a lot more work, because I need to do 2 infusions to get 2 containment chalices. And the way it works is you place 2 of them kind of near each other, and then you put in the inputs, which in this case are molten quartz and resin, which I need to get also, by the way. And then it turns it into amber. That's a lot more effort, so I'd rather do the Infernal Kiln way. So let's add that to the list of things to do. Oh, here, the dark fire is made by a Dusk Flame Hex, which is a staff. And luckily it's pretty easy to make, I think. Okay, we'll be back soon. Alright, let's set this thing up. I think I need to slightly expand my Thaumcraft area, because there's a lot of Thaumcraft stuff now. Okay, that's pretty cool. This is a pretty cool multi. I like this a lot. This is sick. Okay, searching for veins on the moon is a little difficult at night. Nights seem to last quite a bit longer on the moon. I'm gonna head home, and I'm actually gonna make an HV electric prospector scanner, because that would make this a lot less tedious. Oh my god, this thing is awesome. I actually never made the electric prospector scanner in GTNH, so this is new to me. This is sick. Whoa. All right, back to the moon. What you got for me, video game? No amber. That's not good. Oh, here's some. Perfect. You've got to be kidding, bro. It just gives you amber when you mine it? Come on. I'm being trolled. I am absolutely just being trolled right now. Okay. Fine. Also a very, very cool looking multi. This is so cool. Now I need to put my program circuit 1 in here and chuck my pristine Enderman matter on a pedestal. And with a very cool sound effect, it produces my nebulous hearts. Cool. That is one of the 2 things I need for the Radon chicken. Oh my god. Well, I still have to wait quite a bit for this wither skeleton data model to be self-aware. So I'm just gonna time in a bottle, babysit this for a little bit, and also get some ore processing going, because I have a lot of ores just in my backlog that need to be processed. So I'll see you next time.